welcome back. We're back in Timberborn today, and today we have a task to accomplish. We are once again low on trees with all of our uh, engines running. They really go through a lot of trees, so we're going to have to even out some resources. And there's some great places that we can take a look and make sure these resources actually are working pretty well for us. So what we're going to do, last time we took out some of these dandelions, so we're going to start, of course, by putting the trees back in there. There's the first tip. If you're trying to get resources, make sure you have a place for the resources to actually be put up. And once you clear that place, make sure you remember to actually go and do that. Here, there's this one dandelion that's there that literally no one can use, so let's do that. There we go. And now, we're going to take a look at this field. Now, if you see here, there are a ton of potatoes that just aren't being used. So what we're going to do is we're going to extend this farm out a bit and move some of this land up for a tree farm. So the first thing we got to do is, of course, get rid of a lot of this here. Let's start from over here and just get rid of all of that. We're going to set that up just a little bit higher priority so that we know it'll get taken care of. Now, we can also look over here. We've got tons of potatoes that we are just not using. Our sunflowers also really aren't getting used to the maximum. We have almost 1,000 of them, and they're not going to get eaten anytime soon. So what we're going to do here is take out this old farmhouse, and we are probably going to take out, let's see. Well, we'll wait till those two are born. Once that one's born, we'll take it out. But in the meantime, we're also going to move that in here. And as you can see, we'll be able to take out a lot of this farmland here, because we really just don't need it. We have got farm that's going unused. And we can always come back and balance that later, but that's definitely going to help us out quite a bit. Now, we do have a couple of these that are basically just for show at the moment, so let's pause that, because we don't need that going. And we're going to pause this one because it's already full. And that will help us save quite a bit on the trees. Also, another good way to make sure that you're going to have resources is to make sure that all of your land is going to stay nice and green all of the time. So here, what we're going to do is we're going to continue on with this canal. We really need to get that all the way across the map if possible. So let's take that out. We'll put these in. There we go. In this area, I would like those taken care of first. Oh, and along with this one too, I suppose. There we go. They'll get to putting those in, and we will continue on with the canal here. Now, originally, I was going to leave this water, but we always seem to have a ton of water anyway, even through the longest of droughts. So we're going to sacrifice some of the water here for, again, more land. Let's see. We're going to do this. There we go. There we go. We'll just build this up real quick. This new ability to add land really, really does help when you have to get the resources going. So let's mark all of this. Oops, there we go. There we go. It's a shame it only lets you draw these areas so big. There we go. Here's more. here's more, and here's more. So there's your land added in. Don't forget to mark out some paths just so you remember what's going on. Make sure that the water still has a suitable area to pass through. It does right under this bridge here. It will eventually get all filled up over here. Looks like we forgot something over here. Let's see. So, nope, we're going to need that right there, and they'll get all that in. So, this is looking pretty good. Now let's take a look at this area and see if there's anything obvious that we can change. Well, we have missed area here, so again, we're back to making sure that we have all of the area that we can use be used. Let's take that. Do we have all of our trees marked? Well, those will not be marked when they grow, but they will grow. There we go. And look here, we've cleaned out more area for trees. There we go. They are clearing that out. Here, I think we're going to have to put in a path down so they can actually get some of this stuff cleared out. We'll do this for now. And it looks like this area doesn't currently have sunflowers. So let's again sacrifice some of this water area for land that we can farm. We'll put all of this in here. There we go. And we'll start filling this in. There we go. And what we'll do is, I think we're going to unplant. We're not going to destroy. We're just going to unplant this area right here and use it for our sunflowers. There should be plenty of room left after we put this all in here. Here, we're going to continue out with trees. So we're going to come back and put more in here, in here. There we go. Fill all this up. We'll try and keep some of the land looking a little bit more natural, but we don't need all of it to be completely, perfectly unusable. We want, there we go, stuff at the same height. And what we're going to do is we're going to extend out from this portion too. So let's go ahead and put that in there. And to make sure that this area stays good and taken care of, I guess you could say, we're going to dynamite some of this area out. There we go. That looks good. Let's tell them that we want this taken care of as fast as possible over here. Looks like they have done a little bit over here. That's not too bad. We will go ahead and set up the power that we have for over here. Where is our power? There we go. There's that. One of those. And this, I believe, we're going to have to take out. Yep. That cuts off all of those. So we'll make this the highest priority. There we go. We'll have to take this out so that we can get down into here. And then we will replace that shrine by, we'll just say we moved the shrine over to here. There we go. And that will get us around there. So that'll be nice. We've got all of that going. Now, let's check over here. Is there really any other places that we could be? Oh, no, look, they already got this cleaned out for us, which means we can go ahead and put in, first of all, not you. You can go ahead and finish what you're doing. Let's go ahead and get some trees in this area. We will, however, need structures. Nope, we need lumber. Let's put one down here and one over here. That will take care of some of it. There we go. So now, as you can see, we're still not harvesting much of this, especially the potatoes. So obviously we don't have a huge need for potatoes. When that finally comes back in, we will move some of that stuff around too. Let's take a look over here. We've got a little bit of room down here that we could populate, probably with more trees. In fact, what we could do here, let's go ahead and put in, there we go, a place to shuffle around dirt over here, because we're going to need some of that here too. We don't necessarily need a place to dig the dirt, just a place to move it around. There we go. Do we want to store some dirt over here? We definitely could. Let's go ahead and do that. Here we go. Those right there. That looks good to me. We'll put it here just as soon as it comes through. And then both sides can actually take advantage of making some larger areas. Once again, an area that we're not really taking advantage of there. So we'll just put a couple of trees. How about a shrub and maybe a fence? Hopefully they'll build that in order. You never know. Our canals are continuing along through here. Let's take a look at the underside and see how they're doing. Okay. Well, let's up the need on those just a bit so we can get those out of there. And there we go. We've moved some crops around. Other crops we need to make sure to keep an eye on. But I think for the most part, I think we're doing all right. Oh, it looks like we could use a little bit more tree right here. Here's some more tree. There we go. They're getting that put in. Let's see that. Those can go in when they can go. Over here, the canal is going to get deepened just a little so we can hold in a little extra water. Let's go ahead and fill it up. Let's fill up this canal. We're going to need to fill up both of those. There we go. That'll take only a second to fill up. Yep, that's full enough. And now that's full enough as well. This looks good. Hey, it didn't overflow at all. Oh, never mind. Shouldn't have said that. Should not have said that. Another thing that you can do to make sure that your resources are getting to where they need to be is to check this building lacks materials icon. Sometimes it's things that you can do stuff about. Sometimes it's not. Here, looks like it was low on gears. Let's take another look. This one is logs. What else do we have? Logs, planks, logs. So for the most part, we're looking at logs. This one, for some reason, is not getting enough paper. And I'm guessing that's because... Oh, this one's not getting enough logs. It's making paper. So we are just hurting for logs pretty much everywhere. But as you can see here, again, these potatoes really aren't getting harvested at all. So let's go through and we will delete these. All of these, all of those. We're going to move some crops around. We do not need this many dandelions. There we go. We still have plenty of medicine here and there. That will get rid of some of that. We'll leave those berries. I think also, though, we are going to use some landscaping here. And we'll put berries on top of this. These berries aren't getting harvested at all. So let's just remove them. Let's remove all these, remove all those, remove these. But before we do that, let's check and see if anywhere actually needs berries. That's logs. What are you low on? Maple syrup. Now, there could very well be some maple syrup somewhere. Let's take a look. There's the pine resin. Here is... There's pine resin there. Do we have maple syrup anywhere? No, I don't think we do. So, we're going to have to find a place to make some maple syrup, it looks like, at some point. Here, I believe these are all saved for maple syrup. But that might be the only place on the map where maple syrup is coming from. We might have to... Oh, there's some maple syrup. And we could export some of that. Let's see. How much maple syrup? We only have 50 over here. Well, that's okay. Let's go ahead and add a new route back over to here. Make sure that we're sharing the maple syrup that we do have. District limits. Want to make sure that we're not sharing all of it, though. Maple syrup, we'll go 25, and that should keep them going for now. So here, it looks like we can cut out part of this field. Maybe if we move sunflowers over, part of this field can probably be cut out, because it's just not getting utilized at all. So let's go through and we'll get rid of that much. We'll get rid of this much. And we'll get rid of this much. And we'll turn all of that into trees. We could probably move some stuff around, but it's just easier to straight up change it into trees. Here we go. This... Is that really that useful anymore? No, I think these have pretty much got it covered. So we're going to take this... Well, unless this one reaches over there. No, it really doesn't. So let's go ahead and get rid of that. There we go. We're getting to the point where we have to slow it down quite a bit, or else the game is just not making it anymore. Let's see. We don't need that. We could actually put another tree there. Maple. Let's do maples here. Maples here. There's some potatoes here, but we don't really need that. Somehow we missed a potato. There we go. Let's get the... Nope, not the destroy. We want the plant. Plant trees. There we go. More trees. More trees. Trees here. There we go. And they will get to work on getting some of that stuff harvested. And some of that stuff taken care of. In the meantime, let's check our power. How is that doing? Well, we've got enough power to at least go all the way across over here, I believe. No, we're still waiting on this one right here. Let's make that the highest of importance. There we go. Now, everywhere we seem to be lacking gears. What we can do, are we still gaining science? Kind of looks like we are. I'm going to put one of these on pause. That'll help level out the power just a bit. Hopefully. How about you? We've got plenty of science. So actually, let's just turn some of these off for a bit. Let's see. So we don't need you. And we can reduce... Nope, let's keep you on. There we go. That's looking good. We need gears, though. That seems to be a pretty standard thing here. While we look for places to put gears, let's go ahead and do this. I would like to get that in there. And we'll get this all evened out. There we go. That looks good. We will put in a district gate right here that won't really go anywhere, but that's okay. Do these guys have dirt coming in? I don't believe they do. So let's, first of all, we're going to need dirt storage over here. There we go. This place always has plenty of dirt, so we're just going to add a new route. Here we go. Dirt, okay. And 25 at a time. I don't need this whole thing filled with dirt. There we go. There we go. We're cleaned up here. Let's go ahead and put in the trees here and here. And more trees here. So we're going to catch up on trees eventually, somehow. Let's make sure this gets everything that we've got for it. Let's go maple. Are there still... Yes, there is still somewhere up here to actually cut these trees. And here, we can probably put in a little bit more landscaping, just to give us a few extras here. It looks like here we've got an area that is probably not going to get trees again, so let's do a little bit of decorating. We'll do one of those. There we go. Toss in a couple of benches, and we should be okay. Let's take a look through our materials needed again. Doesn't look like anything should be needed there. This one's the chassis. It's just making those. What do you are lacking? Logs, planks. Let's see. Do we have any? We have all the 27. We have 440 planks somewhere. So what we'll do here is find where we've got all the planks stored up. There is 443 planks here. Let's export some regular planks over to here. Here we go. Planks. There we go. And is there a distribution limit on planks already set? Planks, 20. Okay, well, they'll at least get 20 extra a day. In fact, we can probably up that to about... Let's go about 40. We'll double it. Okay, they've built some of our land behind our farm here, so we're going to do that. And we are going to replant these sunflowers here. There we go. They'll get to planting those. And is nobody able to reach these to take them down? Well, hopefully, once that is in, they'll have somebody that can come over there and do that. Let's go ahead and detonate those two out and just keep a little bit of extra water here while we've still got the water cycle going. So what I think I'm going to do here is change things up a little bit, and we're going to plant some birch. Now, birch is not the most efficient way to get lumber, but it is fast. It grows fast, it gives one log, and then it can be replanted and regrow pretty fast. The growth time on these is pretty short, which will at least provide us with a little bit of log just to keep running, because that's what we kind of need here. We have a lot of long-term logging ability with all of these maples, but the short term we're not getting to. So we might switch out some of this with birch and see what we can do. Now, we did just finish this, so let's keep moving our canal through here. That's going to be important to free up some extra workers. Let's get the power in here. And we'll put these on top. Here we go. There we are. How is our water looking here? The water level, it's a little low. Let's go ahead and start this back up for just a minute. How is the water level over here? Are we down? Oh, we're down quite a ways. Okay. So let's turn you back on too. There we go. Hopefully try and fill that all up before the next... Let's just fill that up. There we go. Before this next drought hits. How much water does it need? Oh, quite a bit. That's okay. We can still fill that up during the... Okay, I know he's on a merry-go-round here, but with that moving out of the way, that just looks kind of weird. Magical floating beavers. Alright. We will move you back up, please. There we go. That fills you back up. Let's reset you. Yeah, as you can see, it's already low enough that some of these trees were not getting water. Alright, they've got some more of this out of here. Let's go ahead and mark this. Actually, I might need to leave a path here just so they can get there and get rid of those. There we go. Yep. Oh, looks like I'm actually going to have to draw it through here. There we go. They've got one left. They might need me to do that. They might not. Either way, that's okay. Are you guys... You guys don't have any workers. Let's see what's going on. We're out of trees here. Completely out of trees. Well, let's see. Do we have any trees that can be spared anywhere? It sure doesn't look like it. We're at 50 lumber overall. So, we might have to do the birch trick over here just to keep this running. Because we definitely need the power on these always on. So, let's go ahead and do the same thing. We're going to remove these. Oops, not... Well, I do want them cut, but that is not quite how I want them cut. So let's do this. This should keep the lights on, basically, for us. Get rid of those. Hopefully some more trees grow up. And we can get all that caught up. Let's do that. Because for now, they're going to be really, really slow getting stuff in there. I think while we're between seasons, let's fix this up here, because I think we can get a whole nother one of these platforms in, and I'd really like to see that. So we'll set these up to be the highest priority. We're going to put in power lines here. Honestly, not sure what that 4 is for anymore. I could probably just put a power wheel there. Here we go. Compact power wheel. I don't really see any reason not to, so there we go. Those will get in. Once these are in, we'll put that large water wheel back in. Oh, that's why I didn't put that there, because I'm going to do this and this. That can go here. And then the very reason that we were going to do that in the first place. This. There we go. Ta-da! Okay, they'll get that in there in just a minute, and we should be okay. Looks like we've got plenty of power going on, so I don't think that's too bad. Everything's getting caught up. Why are we only using 2800 power? Huh. That's unusual. Usually we're using a lot more than that. We're just low on logs here. Looks like they just need delivered. So, not a big deal. There we go. Now it snapped back to normal. We will get the power flowing there. So, a couple of other projects that I wanted to do while the trees were still regrowing. We got to take down Wi-Fi in a couple of these areas. So, seems like a perfectly good time to do that. Let's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't think we can reach that last one, so I think 8 is the max. So let's go ahead and put that in there. We'll set those as also very important. And we'll build out this channel here so that eventually all of these will keep water throughout the dry season as well. Another place I wanted to go and redo is this place, because there we go. Some poor beaver just lost their Wi-Fi, and it's sad. Sometimes they just lose their League of Legends game just because somebody decided to rebuild. So I'm sorry, beavers. If you lost a match, you can totally blame me for that one. Let's go ahead and put in, there we go. There we go. And we'll get those built. And then in the meantime, we will put that right back where it was. Science. Yep. Oh, wait. Should I put it up one more, maybe? Yep, that's where I need to put it. Let's see. Right there. Right there looks the best. The third one back. There you go. And that road can go in there. Looks like they're working on connecting up some more of this stuff, which is great. They'll get to that in a minute. Toss a little dynamite back down in the hole here. Get those taken out of there. So I think, all in all, we have started to really even out. We're keeping over 100 logs now, globally. We've got the distribution points to move them around. I did set that up. So, I think that's going to do it for this time. If you liked this one, go ahead and hit the like button. And if you've got any good tips on remaking colonies, go ahead and put it in the comments. I always love reading through those. So just want to say, oh, and if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. I always forget to say that. I'm terrible at saying all that stuff at the end, but do want to thank you for stopping by, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.